my mom came into the room and she's like, look at my phone. And then I couldn't see it, so I had to look at mine. I'm like, oh.
I can't bet against Tom Brady. I have the Bucks winning 31-27 and Tom Brady going to his 10th championship.
Yeah, and I really think the Clippers' chance to win the championship was last year. And they were up 3-1 against the Denver Nuggets.
Chris Paul is one of the most underrated players of all time. He's been the best player wherever he goes, and that includes with the Rockets.
You said you can't bet against Tom Brady, and as a Cowboys fan and what I just did last weekend, I am not going to bet against Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl. I mean, that's all I can really say. There's two of the top 5 players in the league, and they are very, very good.
Hello, I'm Taylor Hearn, and you listen to The Outsiders' Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NFL Opinions of the Week, and this is something I believe we did last week as I try to look at the schedule this is week 1, September 13th. When will Jaxson Dart make his first start? Austin, I'm not sure if we expected it to be this early. I think I had it earlier than you.
You had it earlier than me. I think you had it being next week, not this week. You had it being the Saints week, but this is the Chargers week. So we're both wrong. You were more correct than I was. But, this is going to be a very, very early start for Jaxson Dart. He has not obviously played in the NFL yet, and being a rookie first-round pick, you expect him to start at some point in his career, but starting this early, I mean, he's starting sooner than Mahomes or any of those other guys, so what are your thoughts on it? Is Brian Daboll trying to save his job by starting Dart this early, or does he think that Dart is the better quarterback?
I think he's trying to save his job.
I agree.
This early because they're 0-3. The only competitive game was week 2 against the Cowboys.
Yep.
And
the Chiefs game wasn't like crazy uncompetitive. It just wasn't too close.
Yeah, it wasn't close. And yeah, this to me looks for someone that's fighting for his job and wants to use the hope of a young quarterback to save his job. And that's really going to hurt when he gets fired because he could be a midseason firing. If you look at the Giants' schedule, the Chargers is a tough matchup. Saints, you could probably win. But then you have Eagles, Broncos, Eagles again, the Niners. So they would be 1-9 at one point when it comes November 2nd. If I did the math right. Because I'm saying they beat the Saints, but I could be wrong. They could lose to the Saints, so they're 0-10. And yeah, then they would probably fire Daboll.
Yeah, this is definitely, I think, a panic decision. Also, though, Russell Wilson has not played too well outside of that Cowboys start. His ability to kind of keep them in it has been taken away by the fact that he's throwing a lot of picks. He's not making the best decisions, and he doesn't look in tune with a lot of his wide receivers. I do wonder whether or not Jaxson Dart will. Do you think this will affect Jaxson Dart's development positively or negatively?
I would say negatively, especially making a start against the Chargers, who are a team that fight hard. They have some good players. I believe Kilomac is injured, so there's not tons of pressure. But they have a good coaching staff that can mess with a quarterback. And to me, he's just thrown in the fire. And he's someone that I viewed as needing time. And I'm not sure the Giants' offense, wide receiver-wise with Neighbors, yes. But offensive line-wise, I'm not sure that they're the right fit for him right now.
Yeah, I agree totally. I think this is definitely a rush from the organization, or at least from Brian Daboll trying to save his job. And while obviously you need to be confident if you're Jaxson Dart and you don't want to be a guy that's, I don't want to start this early. But, I mean, truthfully, between Rodgers, Mahomes, Brady, and a lot of other guys that don't start their entire rookie year or even part of the rookie year, like Lamar, I do think it's beneficial to get that break before you start to just be a sponge in the locker room, to be a sponge in the film room, to be a sponge on the field before you actually get on the field to play. And he's kind of been robbed of that opportunity because 3 games is not that much. And the Chargers are probably the best team they've played thus far because they play the Commanders, who are good, but the Chargers are undefeated, right?
Yes, they're undefeated.
Yeah, so there's definitely an argument whether or not they're the best team they've played. So this is going to be a tough game, and Dart's going to have to try to play inside of himself and not get too far away from what he knows. But at the same time, your first game in the NFL is always going to be a little bit nerve-wracking, and I could definitely see this being a poor performance from him, whether or not he's a good QB or not.
Yeah, so I do agree it's beneficial. I don't think it can be detrimental in some cases. So it says CJ Stroud had a fantastic rookie year. He has struggled a little bit since, but rookies can play well, especially high draft picks. But it never hurts to give them a break and let them absorb, especially when you don't have, I would say, a good system around them, and that would be an offensive line.
That's true. Yeah, their run game, I mean, Tyron Tracy's hurt, and they do have Cam Adebo. Their wide receiver group's decent. It's not terrible between Slayton, Wando Robinson, and Malik Neighbors. Theo Johnson is their tight end. But it's just not the most QB-inducive environment, and I definitely think that this is a rush decision.
Yeah, and yes, Russ has struggled, but to me, he proved he can be a viable starting quarterback with the Steelers last year. It's just he has to have some pieces around him. So to me, there's not much of a benefit with switching to a rookie quarterback instead of the future and arguing, well, I can be good. Just give me time to mentor this quarterback.
Yeah, but Daboll's job won't be saved by a decision like that.
Yeah, I think he's trying, and maybe he thinks Dart could be good, and he'd rather see it because there is upside with it, but it's not viewing the long-term success of a team.
I really agree.
So that concludes our episode talking about Jaxson Dart. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate you listening to Outsiders Opinions.